Hey guys, welcome to my channel. I did my everyday go-to makeup look. This is how it turned out. And if you guys want to see how I created this look, please keep watching and please give this video a thumbs up if you want to see more like content. So yeah, enjoy. To start off, I do not prime my face. I don't think primers have worked on me before. I don't believe they do anything, but if you use a primer, I'm skipping that step. I will be going in with the LA Girl Pro Matte Foundation. I'm in the color medium beige, and I apply it with a dry beauty blender because I feel like it gives me a fuller coverage than when I use a wet, and on a normal everyday I like to use a full coverage foundation. So excuse the dirtiness, I don't really clean my beauty blenders that often. I will be using just one pump for one side of my face. Cool. I love how when I'm doing absolutely nothing, like if I wasn't filming a video, nobody will hit me up, but as soon as I start pouncing my face with the beauty blender, everybody decides to call me. I'm gonna do another pump just on the areas that I need it more, which are my cheeks. I have this little pimple right here, but that seems to be gone now. Take it down the neck, around the ears. Okay. Alrighty. We have foundation on. Step 2, of course, Tarte Shape Tape. I use the color light medium honey. I usually use, I think, light sand, but I ran out of that one, and this is the only other one I have. Just gonna draw lines on my face and just blend it out. And now I'm going to go in with the Derma Blend Loose Powdered in the color Translucent or Original. I always go back and forth between this powder and the Laura one, but this powder seems to give me a smoother effect than the Laura. And I just use my sponge and press it into place. I normally don't use the same sponge I use to use my foundation, but I use the micro beauty blender, but I left that in my room, so I'm not about to go grab it. And I always get smile lines right here. It's the worst thing ever. So I just grab more powder and I set that area so my foundation won't crease. And I always like to leave a little bit of that baking residue. Just like it to sit for a little bit. And now I'm going to go in with my Tarte Brow Amazonian Clay Waterproof Brow Mousse. I've been using this for years now. I can't seem to find anything that works better in my opinion. I always just wiggle my brush in there and then on the sides just clean it and the tip. Okay. Just gonna scooch in a little bit. And I always start underneath my eyebrows and then I start the arc after, so. You see that? I just did the line. I'm going to go back in with some more product. I'm going to do the top. And then, so I have my arc, because I don't have an arc normally, so I like to just draw mine on. And when it comes to the front, I just take whatever's left on the brush and I flicker this line upward. Just like that. And I always just draw a little line to connect everything. And that's one eyebrow. Okay, now that we're looking a little bit scary because we only have our eyebrows on, I'm gonna clean up the eyebrows just a little bit. My Anastasia concealer in the color 1.0. I think this is discontinued. I believe so, because I knew they were on sale for like 10 bucks. I just recently started using this. I never cleaned up underneath my eyebrows, but I see a huge difference when I use eyeshadow now. So I head back and I just clean underneath. This gives you those Instagram brows. What I do set this with is with the MAC eyeshadow. This is my holy grail. I love this. It's called, can you focus? Oh, Nylon. It's such a pretty eyeshadow. Let me show you what it does. I'm gonna use this Urban Decay Naked 2 brush. I use just this flat side. I pick it up, dust off the excess, and I don't like wipe it. I pat it in, and then when I get to the outer and inner part of my brow, I like just flicker it outward. But this is gonna set that concealer, give you the prettiest highlight. See? Oh, so pretty. And I also like push it downward a little bit just so it could blend. Like, look at that. And then the little boring side. Okay, so same thing on the other brow. And with this MAC Pro Longwear Waterproof Brow Set, I'm in the color Bold Brunette. And I just clean it off a little bit. And I always start arc down, because if I go in like in the like front part of my eyebrow, it's gonna be way too heavy. So eyebrows are officially done. Now I'm just gonna go in with eyeshadow. I just use these like little Depop eyeshadows, and I think this is from Makeup Geek. Yeah, I'm gonna go in with Peach Smoothie. This is how it looks like. And the camera looks very like beige, but it's like very peachy. That's just the name, Peach Smoothie. And I'm gonna go in with the Morphe M330 brush. It's just a dome brush. Pick some up, dust off the excess, raise my eyebrows, and put this in the crease. Pick up some more. and slowly start to build that color. Okay. Excuse my dog. Now I'm just gonna go in with eyelashes. These are from Eyelure, and I think they're like the Vegas Nay collection. Brows. I'm gonna dust this powder off and bring some color back to my face. I'm going in with the Morphe E3 brush. It's like a little domed brush, and I just brush that loose powder off. I don't really powder my entire face. I just take whatever was left underneath my eyes and kind of like bring that down. Okay. So now we're gonna contour using this Clinique brush. Is my favorite brush for contouring. I don't even know what the name of this is. It just says Clinique. I love this brush. And I'm gonna go in with the Anastasia Beverly Hills bronzer in the color Saddle. Looks like this. Just dip my brush in there, dust off the excess. I don't really have a technique to contour. I just tilt my face like that, and I see a little hollow point right here, and that's what I normally go with. So wherever you place the brush, I should say this, wherever you place the brush is where you're gonna get the most amount of color. So you always want to start by the ear, hairline, all the way in the back. You move in circular motions towards like where your brow, like eyebrow, like not your eyebrow, where your eye ends. You could take it closer to your mouth if you want that really sharp contour. If I do that, I do that. I just don't really have a method to contouring. I just twirl my brush in a circle and hope for the best. Always blend upward, never downward. I love to go in with a heavy hand when it comes to contouring. That's just what I like. And pick some more. Okay. Now that we did the cheeks, I'm like that. I'm switching brush and I'm using this BH Cosmetics. It doesn't even have a number on it either or a name. Just like that. Pick up very little because I always overdo this and it looks bad. Pick up a little bit and then just dust it in the hairline. Just to bring some more color back into the face. Neck. And I did not go back in with more product. I just used whatever's left on the brush and bring it down. Okay. Contour bronzing out of the way. Now I'm using blush. I'm going in with this Becca mineral blush in the color Wild Honey, and I apply it with the Flawless face brush from Bare Minerals. I love this for blush. Gives it like the most like natural application ever. So this is what it looks like. It like matches my shirt a little bit. I love like peachy tones, especially for this time of the year. I'm just gonna dip, dust off, smile, and I always apply my blush in the apples of my cheeks. Is what I've been doing lately. I just really like how it looks. You could start where you did the contour, bring it forward, but to each their own. That's just how I do it. If you overdo it with the blush, I always go back in with the Morphe, whatever powder is left, I just slightly dust it, just so there's no harsh lines, making everything blend together. Hold on. this is how we're looking as of right now. We're gonna do highlights. So what I use to highlight is this Hyper Real Glow from MAC. This is called, I think this has no name once again. I think this is the gold one, and they have a rose one. I like to look golden, so I go for the gold. And I've used the color in the middle. I like the first color too. This one's a little dark for me. It's probably for the summer, but so I just normally stick between these two. Today I'm going to use this one. And to highlights, I'm using the brush from Morphe in the number 501. Looks like that. Like I said, I don't really have a method to highlighting. I just wiggle my brush in there, dust off. I don't dust it off completely, and I just go ham. Oh, that's so pretty. And I just build it up. See that? Nothing. Glow. Okay, other side. My nose too. Cupid's bow. My chinny chin chin. And by the arc of my brow. You're looking flawless. Okay. I'm gonna finish the eyes now. Going back in with MAC Nylon. Using that same brush where I don't know where it went. It's right here. Picking some more up. And I'm using this in my inner tear duct. Look at that. This shit's bright. Okay. Now to blend our false lashes and our real lashes together and put a little bit of mascara on the bottom. I'm going in with Roller Lash from Benefit. Absolute favorite mascara of all times. Really separates the Now we're just gonna do lips and we should be all set to go. For lips, where's my lip liner? Okay, for lips I use MAC lip liner in the color Spice. Just gonna line my lips like that. Let me just clean off my lips a little bit. Okay, yeah. And I don't overline my bottom lip. I just start in the edge and then just work like my way around. The top I do overline just a little bit. I don't overline, I define because I don't have a Cupid's bow, so I draw it on. I think it's so cute and I don't have it. I do the bottom and do the top. Okay, that's how I align my lips. For lipstick, in with MAC once again. Oh, this is the wrong lipstick. Whatever, we're gonna make it work. Called Hug Me. And I'm just gonna hop that on. Mix the liner and the lipstick together. If you could hear that, that's my dogs. I'm sorry. Okay. So yeah, I know I grabbed the wrong lipstick, but it's the same. It's this like the just a different tone. It's from MAC. It's called Peach something. Peach Stock, I believe. It's just a nude, but if I don't use Peach Stock, I use this one, Hug Me. I bought it way before I bought Peach Stock, and I've used it quite a bit. Like, the point is gone. So I use both. It just depends on the day. Normally go for that one, the other one. But to top everything off, I'm going in with Tarteist Glossy Lip Paint in the color Avi. Just gonna put this together. Really doesn't do a difference because this is a darker lipstick, but on the other lipstick it looks pretty. Okay. So now I'm just gonna spray with MAC Fix Plus. This is how I just set my makeup. I love this. I don't leave the house if I don't have this sprayed on. This just makes your makeup last a long time. It could emphasize your highlight if you spray this on way before you put your highlight and just apply your highlight. You could wet your brush to apply your highlight and it'll look spectacular. I'm simple, I don't do that. But I do set my face with this, so I'm gonna old card, like this is from Sephora, and I just like dry it. Oh, I got something in my mouth, sorry. I just dry my face. So that is the finished look. This is how it turned out.